Okay, we're back to another anime watch along. So yesterday we watched three animes, okay? On this season, okay? Body Daddies. Wait, even I forgot what it was. Okay, give me a second. We watched Body Daddies, Tomo-chan wa Onna-no-ko, and Bendia Saito. So, tho- um, those are like I would say my top anime that I'm currently watching. Okay, and now we're going to go over another set of animes that I'm watching this season. So one of it, oops, I forgot Tsunlise episode one. Okay, one of which is Tsunlise. I'm not saying it's the best, but I want to watch a little bit of rom-com, and Tsunlise scratch that itch for this animes this season, okay? And the background of the story is it's not you are going to be transported into an isekai world, um, but it is pretty close. It is that um a pair of high school students they somehow play this otome game, and then like it seems that they can view the perspective uh from they can see them, and then they can interact with one of the characters, the prince, okay? And the game is basically an otome game. If you don't know what's an otome game, it's basically a reverse harem, okay, where you play as a girl and like you're trying to get the guys, okay? And the thing is that Tsunlise is where the supposedly to be the villainess, okay? And I kind of like that they're giving more sympathy to villains, okay? Uh, and in this story, okay, Tsunlise, she's no matter what route, she's bound to be a villain, okay? And like the final boss of the game. So, but then it's not that she's doing it out of spite. She's doing it out of because she's such a Tsundere that nobody gets her. And at the end she felt betrayed, and then she succumbed to the dark side. Okay? And since those two high schoolers, they sympathize with them, and like they're trying to avoid any sort of they try to avoid any sort of, how should I say this, any routes, okay? They're trying to carve a new path to save them, and of course the others as well, okay? Because in some of the routes that inevitably, without that, that girl is lost, but others as well. So it's a little bit funny, and I like Tsundere a lot. So maybe we'll watch one or two episodes. Okay. So with that said, let's go and watch Tsunlise. So I'll start Tsunlise in 3, 2, 1. Tsundere. The So those are the voice of the high schooler, and this is the game, as you can guess. For me, it's not saying that I like otome games, story based on otome game. It's just that it's a I wouldn't say it's a fresh perspective, but at least it doesn't make it stale. That's the thing. Um, I'm just gonna. This may be a spoiler, but you're gonna learn it later in the first episode. Um, the guy, well, at least the guy had feelings for the high school girl. Okay, I don't know if it's reciprocated, but that's what was said, and we'll know it later on. As you can see in the opening here, the witch basically favors her and use her as a catalyst to like um manifest herself. So if she if she fallen too much into like negative emotion, she's going to become the catalyst of the witch. Oh yeah, by the way, the name this is based on the name is based on another famous game. The name is Majikaru Koi ni Shinasai. It's based on Majide Watashi ni Koi Shinasai. I would say that visual novel, skyrocketed to visual novel into popularity. Shota. Majikoi. Oh, Magikoi. Mm. Majiko. Magikoi だよ. Kosobu. Man, it's so nice to bring games into school. Damn, can't believe they're playing Otome game. In my country, that is definitely will not fly. Even the idea itself. What? Why? What's the point? Ah, the standard Otome game. So many sparkles. Majika ni koi shinasai. Thanks, man. These guys, they're helping the guy out. Ooh, pick it up with hand. The standard setting. Not like the setting of nobles, but I'll prefer to be like in a town setting rather than a school. Baldur's Gate. Ah, the Shota. Oh god. You're a teacher, damn it. But then again, in Persona 5 I am the teacher. So I can't say much. Normally I hate people like this. When it comes to Prince, I don't like. But at least this guy, he's very humble. Nope. Mm. Here's where we are back in the beginning of the anime. This reminds me of Otome game Sekai wa Mobu ni Kibishi. I really like the villainous, and that's one of the anime I'm looking forward. Last year. Well, it's not look forward. They I watch every single week. Uh Jelly. How, how did he become a student council president? Well, because it's royalty. Don't touch my wife, my husband. Uh, Somehow they're able to talk to or converse with this guy. Why? The goddess of Vienna. Divine God, shall I address you as? I'm only here for the Tsundere part. How did it happen? Magic. Uh-oh. Everything you're gonna blame on the god. It gets, it starts slow, but episode 2, episode 3 gets better. Like I say, the best villainess, rich lady, had to come from Otome Games Sekai wa Mob Nikibishi. I think maybe I'll watch that. Me. Me behind the scene when I play a visual novel. Yep, that's me. Kawaii. That's me. Okay, here comes the explanation. Like I want to see how they save her, because in later episode you will see that the manifestation of it. Yeah, it's not true love. Really? Can he listen? Oh, they need to press a button. Kobayashi. What? Mm-hmm. Get ready. Well, at least that if you understand that, then you understand Liselotte. Seeing Liselotte, I can't stop thinking about Ultimate Game Sekai. Ah, oh. Well, she is with the the crown prince and one of the most highest noble in the country. Kai! Kai! I'm only here for this. What? Magical Koishite. You know, if you really want, like, this is a bit outdated, but, you know, if you're really interested and, like, you can bear with it, you should play Maji de Watashi ni Koishi Nasai. That's, like, so funny, and so you can get absorbed into it. There are so many fan there. Yeah, but see, this is what I say. The guy is interested in the girl, but we don't know whether the girl is interested in him. See, I don't understand this part, you know. Seriously, don't understand this part. Why? But the only thing I know is he's fat news. Aww. Like basically most of the time, I'll just be skipping to get to that part. Well, in a sense, she's saying, "I'll do my best to become fit to for a king, for a queen." Because remember, he is the crown prince, so he's gonna be the king. Ah, oh. For me, I really like to binge all of this. Like just watching one by one, it kills me. Because like if you don't watch it until the end, ah, you really never see the you know the villainess get her happy end. Hmm. Okay, this is basically the dubs credits. Maybe I will play. Maybe I'll watch this. When I watch Tsunlise at the binge watch it. Like I can't bring myself to watch it, because like I know it's good, but it's like whatever we give Sekai. Okay, so at first I gave it a shot, episode one, and it does interest me. And then afterwards, episode two and three, I'm hooked. Okay, and afterwards, um, the how should I say this? I got so interested, I basically read the whole manga uh, up to the current chapter. Okay, so this one it doesn't like intrigue me as much, but it's a good replacement for it. Okay, so yeah, so I'm planning to go for another anime now. So let's see. I'm gonna watch Ningen Fushin. Ningen Fushin. Just let me change the name. Ningen Fushin. Ningen Fushin is basically like they doubt in Japanese it means doubting humans. Is that uh well the idea is it's set in like in an isekai world, okay, but there's no isekai, okay, a world of fantasy where there's adventurers, magic and stuff, okay, and a group of four adventurers who basically being betrayed by their party members, and people around them. So easy to say that each of them have their own dark past, okay? And by weird, twist of fate, they all, get together. And among all, I would say like Ningen Fushin is like one of the most in in all in the three animes that I decided to show today. I think like this is like uh kind of build slowly, but like I would say by mid, maybe like you're gonna get interested, but you're not. Let's say you're not gonna be into it. I'll say that you get into it like maybe around episode 4, 5, 6. Okay, because they start to scratch the surface a bit, and then once they like hook you in, you can see where the charm comes along. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna start with Ningen Fushin. Okay. Uh okay, let me just load it up. Okay. So I'm gonna start Ningen Fishing episode 1 in 3, 2, 1. I did come along with the manga as well. This is why like I kinda get annoyed with like isekai anime. They can just choose people who live in that world. If you're a swashbuckler, where's your shield? So he's the main character. And this is the part I don't get it. This is the part I don't get. 人間付近の冒険者たちが世界を救うのです。The mage, the priest. His stash and beard looks very weird. And the dragon girl. An ogre. I still don't get why is there idols in this world. This is the part. It's so weird. It's supposed to be a fancy world, but then why does otaku come in all of this? It should make it believable. I would accept it if it's like she's a singer in a bar or something like that. He's being framed, I think. The idol girl just now. She's gonna introduce herself that later. in a few seconds. See? And why is the umbrella here? It's supposed to be a fancy word, right? If this is an MMORPG, I understand, you know, the reason for it. Why did he say that? Well, he is being. Well, he was betrayed by his. But basically, his father like figure. You know, if you ask me, like, I would like to see, like, party member fight each other. Like, the loot division and stuff. Hmm. Well, without a doubt, she's a mage. Why would an assassin wear something like that? Cleric is popular? I think the opposite. They are almost as bad as shield heroes. Well, shield characters. Thanks. But then again, now that I think about it, like everybody wants to play the attacker, but who's gonna be the defender and the healer? There we go. Okay, another backstory. I don't know spoil who betrayed her, but it's gonna be apparent in like next minute or two. Supposed to be your boyfriend, but why is he with another girl? Hmm? Yeah. Uh, the part is, you know, shouldn't the teachers back her up? I wonder who is this? Maybe his father? Like, I don't know who is it yet. What's that? Yeah, because every time she always want to talk about herself. There's no bed. Why did you rent an apartment with no bed? Well, that's true. Like potion shop, gambling. At least this is believable compared to the idol. You win bit. When you win, eventually you're gonna lose. Wait, Is it new that they have like what like plumbing there? They did say that he came from cavalry club. Would they even have cavalry clubs? I want to send it brothel and stuff. What? Yabai. FBI. Well, she is still a kid, but get ready. What? Hmm? Huh? It's probably because that he probably it's because he's about to become a high priest. People like sabotage him. Then who's going to be treating you all? Like, okay, you're gonna his story. You're gonna see like you're gonna see how should I say this? A lot of similarities in the next anime, Kaikou, Sareta, Ankoku, Heishi. And I would say like Kaikou, Sareta, Ankoku, Heishi is like one most feel good stories of among all. Wait, yep, he did it. He did it. Why is he still be able to wear that the priest outfit? Wait, they have photos in this world? Do they have cameras? Shave. 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 Is that her? Is that her? Which one? Is is she the priest? Can you? That was fast. Just let that 10 seconds. What the hell? What the hell? Why isn't anybody sleeping on the bed? I would at least expect the priest to be on the bed. I want to see like like a flashback of what happened in between. I still don't understand why she's here. Like the plot will be good without the idol. Geek toy. This part is what surprises me. Okay, so I really am interested in this anime. But like I say, there are a couple of things that you can criticize. Is without a doubt, like the story gets good. You don't really need to throw um you don't really need to throw the idol stuff. Okay, the photo I can overlook it a bit. Okay, but with the idol thing, that's just a step a bit too far. Like I want I want uh like if you're gonna make a fancy world, okay, basically like an Isekai world, okay, but if you want to make a fancy world, please like keep it to their level, okay. Like maybe I can accept the photos like they use some sort of a magic stone, okay, and explain it, and that's how they get the photos. But idols, come on, man, come on, man, like that's just going a bit too far, okay. But I like the story gets good. I just read that part is out, okay? So I think I'm gonna go for another episode for Ningen Fushin. Okay? So we're gonna watch the second episode because like we seen the origin of how they get together, but we didn't see, them like in action. But then again, um Kai Kaiko Sareta Ankoku Heishi, like you see how the fall of the priest just now, the Nick, okay, and you can see the similarity with that, okay, and I'll just leave it for later, okay. So with that said, let's get to Ningen Fushin episode 2, and we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Here is where they became a party member. Party. Oh, Nick. I thought Nick was the priest. Mm. I wonder if if she knows the background story roughly. This girl. Well, those three we know they're from the party leader Nick's girlfriend, ex girlfriend. Wait, they are gonna become legend? Well, she's a bit too dumb to steal, but then she might brute force her way. Oh, I don't want to compare which one has the worst story, but we don't know much about the Dragon Girl. Well, probably in the next episode already know. But I'm not gonna say much. Why there's so many dungeons here? Like I would assume that dungeons should be like okay, like different cities have different dungeons. There's one thing that the world doesn't actually really explain. The best, like say, the fancy world, the best fancy world building that that I would say is probably like uh, uh the bookworm thing. I forgot what's the name. The bookworm, like she became a sickly girl, and then you know, she slowly became we know about her world, and then slowly it talk about um opening up, and then we by the end of the first season we know that there's magic, and there's a whole different world, uh a whole different world because she was still young. The first season she's roughly around 4 to 6 years old mostly. I wonder how do slimes come to be. Well, I assume that they breed asexually. Bukake. So in other words, it's bad for your back. Oh, huh. Yeah, but Just admit that you're wrong. It's your fault. It's your fault. Apologize, damn it. You poor. Oh god. He's gonna screw it up. Uh, yeah. Disgusting. You charged in! You the vanguard to deal with it. Yeah, who's gonna heal if you went down first? Man, look at the scarf that you have. I wonder what happened to him, you know? By looking at all of this, you definitely have to say he suffered the most. Yeah, because they do want to form a party, but they don't think it's gonna be forever. Yep, chop his head off. At least the truth. Well, we know about the mage part. Well, that's a mage attack. That's all about mages. Without a doubt, Nick is the leader of the party. Well, just don't go charging into front like just now. Did somebody say goblin? Well, about goblins, we have like goblin slayer, and we do have like the mage, the slime mage. But what about orcs and stuff? Don't you think it'd be nice if like goblin slayer made with these kind of like specialized hunters? Why? Yeah. Well, it's like he's a level 40 and they are all level 20. So that's why, like, he is weak against those things that he said, but he's high level and they're just too weak to match his level. Yep. But the plot is great, but compared to Bendia's side, like they had a, a rival in the season in the form of Bendia Saito, which is why I would say Bendia did it in a better speed compared to Ningen Fushin. Yeah, what happened to her noble family? Too many wards. Seriously? It burned to a crisp? Did she nerf her oppai? I thought it was burned to a crisp. Oh, what? Ah, huh? And this is another thing I don't get. But it's an ending. Because the ending is basically a ban. You know, at some point I don't know whether this is like a fancy world or a post like a postmodern world. So the anime is not bad. The the anime is not bad, okay, but like I say, um the clear competitor for this anime is Benya Saito, but it does better. And when it comes to like sappy story, like being betrayed in a sense, Kaiko Sareta Ankoku Heishi, which we're gonna watch in a while, okay, it's does better at that, okay, and it's a story about somebody being somebody who got betrayed and then they rebuild their life. But then again, like you do want to see that how it works out in a group. So that's why like Ningen Fushin is it intrigues me. But there's a lot more things that they can flesh out. Okay, like in this case here, you can see the fact that in the beginning that they all do the thing on their own. Even though, like, for example, like the mage just now, when she charged at a huge slime, like she's not supposed to do that. Okay, she should have like cast from far instead of just like charging in. Okay, and we haven't seen Nick. Not Nick, the priest. How like the priest didn't shine yet. Um like the thing is that I'll assume priest is something like a doctor. Like what would you do? Okay, like you have a chance to save, two people. Which one would you choose? Or like you can choose to heal yourself, or you can choose to heal, your gravely wounded friend. So which one would you choose? Which one would you choose? So those things I think may come up, but I haven't seen it yet. Okay, like I haven't read the manga, so I do hope like those kind of like tough choices will come out. So like, and I do want to see how each and every one of these characters, like, their I would say they get redemption. Like the people who wronged them get have their redemption arc. That's what I'm looking forward for Ningen Fushin. Okay, so now I want to go to a different anime. Okay, and this one is going to be Kaikou Sareta Ankoku Heishi. So the name is pretty long, so I just like right here Kaikou Sareta. Okay, so this anime, like if you remember what happened to the priest just now, to the father, like this guy is exactly it does it in speed. And like because the reason why is that they focus on one particular character. And actually to tell the truth, I've this manga was in my radar like at least 4 years or so, 3 to 4 years. Okay, and I I'm not saying that I religiously follow it, but I do from time to time, like turn up and read it up. Okay, and it's very good, but then there are some part that I don't like. But then like it somehow plays out at the end. Okay, so with that said, let's go to Kaikou Sareta Ankoku Heishi, episode 1 in 3, 2, 1. I just noticed there's quite a lot of anime being sponsored by Bilibili. And even like the game that I'm playing right now, Sailing Era, it also being sponsored by Bilibili or produced, something like that. This is one of the most feel good anime among all. That's not everything, okay? That's not the main thing. Wait, is it Sugi, bro? Give me a second. I want to check who's the one voicing it. Kaikou Sareta Ankoku Heishi. Okay, it is Sugi, bro. And I was just about to say, what would happen if Sakata Gintoki is in Sakata Gintoki is in a fancy world. And I like the fact that this is not an isekai, it's a fantasy world. The difference is isekai, somebody brought from modern world to the fancy world. Fancy world is just like the people living in there. Recently, Sugita Tomokazu have quite a lot of roles, you know. And most of them, and quite a lot of them are main roles recently. Mhm. Uh, Waifu. Don't you have knives in that pose? So cringe. That's a sword, damn it. How can you fought with humans, right? But why didn't you remember your fighting style? Ah, it's more for gorilla, you know. Blood screen, waifu. Okay, the answer. There's a nice balance between you know, emotional and comedy in this. That's 130 waifu. This is like one most feel good anime to watch. Well, story to go through. The story get the story gets stupid a lot of time. It gets stupid, but when it gets emotional, it really gets emotional. Mm, thank you. Well, that's not wrong. He's not lying. Why are you crying? Okay, from her perspective, yes. In the manga, it's more perverted. Okay. Okay. It's like this as well. Ah, this is like Homer Simpson. I've made my choice moment. Uh, hmm. Why? Thirsty. Thirsty. Yeah, why? Yeah, why? Very thirsty. Look at what she's wearing. Ox pie? It's terrible acting. But Sugito got to play along with it. That was smart. Supposed to be enough chapter one, that one. Son. The only reason he's staying here is for the boobs. Man. Lord. Flash, Sting, Protect, Hit. The OP comes in. I want to say it's Piers. Oh, damn. OP. Well, he is 30 years old. Oh, shit. But we can see where it's gonna go, right? Bullshit. When it gets stupid, it gets really stupid. What if he gets there? Too. Yeah, but think about it. You probably have to start back all over from zero. We just want to get far away from those two. Sugita, Tomokazu. So the first episode's not much. Basically it introduced, but then you slowly see that his, you know, the the Demon Lord army really need him because even though he's not strong, well, in terms of magic, okay, but he's the backbone of the army, okay. There's still a bit more to episode one, okay. Guildmaster and the village elder, village chief. You know, when I read the manga, I didn't imagine that his hair's going to be green. Just one rank above. If it's B, then they want to accept. Yep. Yeah, that's a lot. Ah, okay. That explains it. It is C and D, right? Because of that, he should at least be promoted to D. At least. Okay. So of course, I'm gonna go for a second episode. Okay, but as you can see, like they're setting up the stage. He finally found his own place. Okay, and the I would say his, you know, because he was betrayed by the Demon Lord's army. Okay, the people that was around him, and slowly they will realize how important he is. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go for episode 2. Nothing much. Nothing much happened except the introduction of characters and the background story. Okay, so with that said, we're gonna go to episode 2 now. In 3, 2, 1. I do realize that there's been more animes in circulation, and I think Billy plays a part in that, and quite good ones as well. Etemon, Digimon. Oh, it transfer. I think when anything happens, he will take it himself. The father. Huh? Ah, he did rank up. Waifu. Translation. I want to go on a date with you. Boing. By the way, those cute little guys, like that's one of the first, like, the emotional part, if you ask me. I can really see that this is gonna get a second season. But then again, I don't know if this is based on a light novel, but based on the current manga, they barely had enough for 2 seasons. Well, just enough for 2 seasons. I would say the story's getting is super strong, but if it's a 1 to 10, I'll put it at 7. Not the hype of like a Boku no Hero Academia. Boku no Hero Academia is around 8.5 in my book. I see you're a man of culture. Waifu is thirsty. Told you she wants to date. How lewd. Well, it's gonna get even lewder later in the story. I'm not spoiling anything. She knows a lot. I know that in manga, but being animated like that really puts an impact on it. How did she see that? Oh, yo, but you can beat. He's just thirsty, and he's just horny. It's just one episode. It's just after one episode. Double. Ah. Did you say that you were scared of fighting? Nope, that's you. Yep. Aww. Yeah, it's Malika's. Now that I realize it, now that I realize it, like artists really is making like they have a job here, like and also cartographers like this. Assuming there's no printing press, they really can't blame him. Yeah, but there's only one guy as an adventurer. Well, if you count him, there's two. Wife who's scared and worried. Why do it sound like? What does it look like? He's about to die. So what happened? I wish that we have a bit of flashback of what happened. Well, he does have S ranked affinity with all of the auras. Why? Eh, Wait, don't tell me it's over. Good. The bat, the battle like lore battle system that they tried to do here, it's not that great, but still, it's a fancy story. So we see using Poe, and what the hell happened here? I seriously want to know why it bloated that way. Wait, shouldn't this be acid rain? Because it is, or poison rain. Because this is not normal rain. It's more like acid splatter, poison splatter from, you know, the snake. Of course, you idiot! It's a snake! Well, I think anybody can guess from that. You know, this would be better if it's a she. Aniki, he's mine. It's what Mari is saying. Marika is saying. Ah, ah, here we get. He's a cook, right? You know, this reminds me of the Battle City from Yu-Gi-Oh! Then why didn't you defend him? Why didn't you defend her? Why didn't you defend him in the first time? You know. Well, in a sense, they are, but they're not that happy. You know, this part here, like, you're gonna know why Marika uh, is going to play a huge part in the story. We don't know. There's a mystery about her. That's the only thing I want to say. Okay, I don't want to give too much spoilers about it. Even though like you kind of like get a glimpse, you won't really get like a proper hint until episode 3. But like I say, um, comparing it to comparing this to the priest in Ningen Fushin, okay, it is without doubt that okay it have the same tone of it, but I don't know if they can animate it properly. I think without doubt Sugita Tomokazu can can do it, but then like whether the production staff or the director will do it properly. Okay, that's the one thing I'm worried about. But still, like the story is good. Okay, so I'll definitely be watching Kaikou Sareta Ankoku Heishi when binge watch it. Well, I'm catching up every single episode, but I can skip it because I do know what's gonna happen. So I'll just keep quiet for now. But I wonder when it will stop. But it already gave me a couple of clues because of the opening, so like, I can roughly guess but it's gonna draw the line. But then again, if it draw the line and where I'm thinking it is, it's gonna be kind of like a cliffhanger because there's an arc right after that. Okay, so yeah, mm, you should watch episode 3. Then you understand what I meant by Ningen Fushin, the father, the priest, where he um he got betrayed, but then like the second part is whether people realize it, and you can see at the end just now when they brought up the thing with um when they brought up the thing with oh he didn't do the aide didn't do his job, so we will see that later on how it plays out in episode 3, the first sign of it. Okay, but slowly, like it it becomes more and more apparent that what he did is not a one person's job. Like he did so many things. Like in this case, the scout. Then later we can see what minor things that what else he did. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today. That's it for today. Okay. Well, not say for today anime watch along. Okay, because after this I still have another stream. Where I'll play Science Gate Zero. Like if it's 2 hours, I think we'll get to the Christmas party, okay? And I'll leave it at that, okay? So if you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe, okay? And I'll see you guys next time, okay? Next week also, I think that there are a couple more, there's a couple more animes that I'm watching this season, so I don't know whether I wanna show it off, because like those animes are like just fillers, okay? Well, Tsunlise is more or less like filler for me, but uh, it's not really something that I would fully recommend. But like, if you have nothing to do, you can just watch it. But I think I'll leave it at that. Okay, maybe if I decide to binge watch, maybe I'll do that. But for now, I'll leave it at that. Okay, maybe since I did brought up otome game Sekai wa Mob ni Kibishi several times earlier in the stream, maybe I'll do that. Okay, maybe I'll have a binge watch that, because it is over. So but I think one stream like within 2 hours or so, around 4, 5, 6 episodes. Maybe I'll watch 4 episodes per stream. So going for that, okay? I'll be going for Otome Game Sekai wa Mob ni Kibishi. The thing is that character, he's it's like Kazuma from Konosuba, but in a sense, a much more of a jerk when he wants to be. Okay, so yeah, that's the plan for next week. So with that said, I'll end the stream here, and I'll catch you guys next time. If you like the stream, please like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.